Hey everybody, welcome back to Good job. Hey everybody, welcome back to Dirt Grace Outdoor Peace. Today I'm out in the excavator, just doing a bunch of little odd jobs, doing some clearing, rounding up some dead ash trees that are laying down. And request from a subscriber that I record any excavator action that I have a chance to. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I had my surgery back on June 22nd. It was a endoscopic transnasal transsphenoidal pituitary tumor surgery. It was a benign tumor. They go up through my nose, and they make a hole on each side. On one side they use a camera, the other side they use the tools to go in there and scrape out what's left of the tumor. And I gave a couple updates in the past. The first time I talked about it was last November in the We Were Scrambling video. And then I talked about it again in the it was a storm damage channel update video back in May, I think. And so when they go up through your nose and back to your, they call it transsphenoidal because in the back of your sinuses, the sphenoid sinus is in the back, and there's a sphenoidal bone that is it's like a hollow space in between the bone, like almost right in the middle of your skull. So they go through that and then access the pituitary. The pituitary is like right at the base of your brain. And so that's the best access for them to get in there. And when they get through the other side of the sphenoidal bone, what they have to punch through first is the meninge. That's the protective layer around your brain. Inside that is cerebral spinal fluid. And when they so I didn't get the exact explanation of how they contain the fluid. I think it's probably just because I'm laying down so the fluid doesn't leak out of the hole. And so they went in and scraped out all the tumor, and then they took some skin and some tissue from my stomach and they plugged the hole, and then they put packing in my sinuses. So the first time I had packing all the way down to the bottom. I couldn't breathe at all through my nose. They couldn't get the right side to seal up. So I had to have another surgery on the 29th where they just went in to try to seal the hole. And that time they didn't bring the packing down as far. They put these plastic splints up through my nose, and then they sewed it through my septum to keep it in place. And so not right away, but a little time after that, I could breathe through my nose a little bit. I couldn't smell or taste anything after the surgery, after the first surgery, until July 12th. That was right, Thursday, no, the 13th. Thursday, July 13th, I could just start to taste a couple little things. And then July 14th, I went back to the ear, nose, and throat doctor. He's the one that made the passages through my sinuses. And then the neurosurgeon took over from there and pulled the tumor out. So I went back to the ear, nose, and throat specialist July 14th. And, oh man. What a ordeal that is. They have a little spray bottle with a numbing solution, so they stick that way up your nose and they spray that, and it gets into the back of your throat and it burns. And then they take a long stainless tube that has some kind of optic on it with a light that they look through, and then on the other hand they use another long stainless tube with a vacuum, and they go in there and start sucking out all the junk that's built up. They took the splints out, and then there's packing way back in by that sphenoidal bone, so they take the vacuum and they stick it on the packing and they start pulling that out. Well, they left some of it way in the back, and I go back in 2 more weeks. So as they were taking that packing out, I could start to smell a little bit. Actually, I could smell the metal from the tools as it was in my sinuses. So then on the way home, my dad and I stopped at a restaurant and kind of celebrated a little bit being able to smell and taste again. And I had some medium wings, and I only ate half the burger, some french fries, and that was really good. And then we had ice cream when I got home. And so that was quite an ordeal. While I was in the hospital for a week and a half, and before the second surgery, when they couldn't get this leak fixed on the right hand side, I got nervous and I started blaming the doctor. I did not to their face, but I just in my mind I'm thinking, maybe I'm not in the right place, maybe the doctors aren't as good as I thought. And then they told me that that sphenoidal bone back there was damaged and had got like eaten up by the tumor. The tumor was pushing stuff out of the way. Well, the tumor was eroding that bone in there, so they didn't have you know, like a good backing to push the packing up against. It wasn't their fault, it wasn't the hospital's fault. The staff, I was like in a neurosurgery recovery unit, and the staff was amazing. There was all the nurses were awesome. It was that part of it was great, but it was just a lot of it was uncomfortable because of I was forced to breathe through my mouth. Wake up during the night, my mouth is just completely dry and nasty, and that was just a rough couple weeks there. And so I know I got some subscribers that follow right along and have seen those other videos and knew about the surgery and gave me well wishes and prayers and all that. And so I just wanted to let everybody know that that's done, and that's all behind me. So hopefully just keep healing going forward, and feeling good, feeling better every day. Still a little bit weak here and there, a little bit cloudy once in a while, but I think it's just because my body's using that energy to heal that bone and heal the incisions. And I was laying in a hospital bed for a week and a half, so the only restrictions I have is I can't bend over a lot, and I can't lift anything over 10 pounds right now. But I've been able to get out in the excavator and the tractor. I did a lot of brush hogging with the tractor, and so I just thought I'd give you guys a little update. I'm going to fix this ditch back here, and then I think I'm going to go down in the woods further and try to fix a little wet spot down there before it rains. So thanks for clicking on the video. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. If you like the video, please click like button, click subscribe, share the video with your friends if you can. Help support my channel and keep this channel growing. Thank you very much. I'll try to give you a look at what this ditch looks like here. So we got a, I don't know how well you can see that. So I got a ditch right here that goes down and over that way. It's kind of got mucked up and it's overgrown. And this gets real wet in the fall. Yeah, that was not very smart. It gets wet when the wet season, whenever the wet season is, this is wet, not in the fall. A lot of times in the fall around here, we get a lot of dry weather, nice weather, and so it will dry up. But whenever the wet season is here, it's wet. So there was a tire track that cut over there, like where the excavator track is. So when the water was coming down here, it was cutting over and keeping that real wet. So I'm gonna cut this ditch and keep the water off of our trail here and get the water going back over there. Far enough over here. Maybe. So I'll just try to keep the teeth up and out of it, and use the bottom of the bucket. Leaves a nice smooth surface like that. This is a little cutover that we have here that goes out to the field. Eventually I'll probably put a piece of pipe in there and try to clean that up a little bit. But just mainly getting the water to take the right path here. Actually, once you get in the right position, once you get it started, if you're in the right position, I'm just using the, I'm not even curling the bucket to the end. I'm just using the boom and the stick. I'm just pushing the boom down Like right there, I'm pushing down, and then the bucket's in the right position. I'm just pulling the stick in, and then I just curl the bucket at the end. Looks like I could probably go a little bit deeper. Keep that little berm of dirt on this side to keep the water off of the road. I think that all the stuff that's growing in there, and then probably a lot of silt washing down from up top there. Yeah, there's quite a bit of dirt in there. If we get a really good rain, this will have a lot of water in it. It's like the whole upper part of the property there is kind of funneled off down into this area. Well, it's shaped up pretty good. I cut that berm down right there and made a transition into that ditch so that I can brush hog right through there if it's dry. You know, it stayed pretty wet in there, but yeah, the water can get out the bottom. I've been getting so overgrown with this multiflora rose. Close to the trails here, I'm starting to rip that stuff out and to give all the grasses and forbs and little trees a chance to come up in there. So I will go down through the woods and see if I can figure something out down in the bottom. Okay, so now we came down in the woods here, and I've got this problem area right here where this wet spot is, right in that rut right there. And yesterday we had the same thing up here, and what I did was, there was our high spot right there. So what I did was I scratched off, it was all full of roots on the top, so I scratched it off, got down to clay, and then I dug a borrow pit right there, and I hauled out a big pile of clay, and then it got down into the shale, and I packed it all in, tracked it real good, and got that built up. So hopefully we won't have that same problem on that side. But down on the bottom side here, I think what I'm going to do is go over right where that multiflora rose is. I'm going to tear that out, and I might take a couple small beech out, and I'm going to try to cut a ditch through there so that anything that might accumulate in the bottom here has a place to get out. So I just got to try to be careful because I got kind of a nice red oak coming right here, and I don't want to get into the roots of that. There's another red oak over on the other side there, but I'll see what it looks like once I get the multiflora rose and the weeds out of the way. It looks like I really don't have to do a whole lot here. Try to cut this out. Stump was gonna be right there. There she goes. Some of it. Yeah, it's just from that old ash tree that was there. I was hoping it wasn't coming from that oak tree. Looks like we're okay though. I think I'll just get away from that root a little bit. Got it over this way. Man, you open the window for a couple minutes and the freaking bugs come in here like crazy. That ought to work pretty good to get the water drained out of here. gonna do here is take this. I'm gonna take a scoop of this real mucky stuff out of here. That was the only thing I didn't do on the other side. I wish I would have scooped that real mucky crap out of there. Yeah, see, it's down to the clay right there. So that should be a pretty good fix right there. Get that junk out of there. So, I had to get back over in the where I was digging yesterday in that little piece of wood right there. Get over in that borrow pit there and I think I'll just go right next to where I was digging yesterday. Try to get in a spot where I can dig from there and try to lay it over on this side as best I can. So right here is the hole that I dug yesterday. I just put a bunch of dirt and roots and stuff in there. Put this right in there. This high spot here is all full of roots. I dug these two big rocks out of there. Once I got down into the shale layer, that rock. Just starting to get into the good clay there. I'll use that in the bottom, I guess. Yeah, I can reach over here pretty good. And that's nice. in the way. Starting to get into that shale. There's a big rock. Oh, yeah, that worked out good. I think I'll just, well, that's the bottom. Perfect. Spread that out, track it in again. Because I think I might put some in here. Maybe even all that right there. Yeah, I think I got enough right here for that hole. When you get down to that good clay, you put it in a spot like this to make a road. It's pretty tacky stuff. But when that gets rained on once, and then it dries out, it's the stuff like concrete after. close on the bottom, just running out of material here in this little hole. For whatever reason, the shale is a little more shallow than usual down here. It has something to do with being next to the swamp here or what. Just take what we can get. Well, there is the finished product. Spent quite a bit of time at the end tracking everything and blading it, back dragging and smoothing everything out. Got this other little low spot filled in. Everything is flowing down to that ditch that I made down there. And well, it's not perfect, but it's a lot better than it was. Now we got, this will probably be the primary trail now that it's on the high side, but it's nice to have that other spot filled in down there. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy. That's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and finally got it taken care of. Yeah, so while I've been recovering, I've been trying to enjoy my time in the excavator and the tractor and getting everything opened up. Seems like last year, late June and July, I was busy trying to get my 57 Chevy finished up, and I kind of let all the outside stuff here get away from me a little bit. And so yeah, it's nice to be kind of taking it easy and recovering, but still getting a lot of nice projects done. And yeah, so I hope everybody's having a good day, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you very much.